I thought Colorado had bad drivers.
Going into the spicy one.
Go to Italy. You would not know what tailgating is until you went to Italy.
Yeah, we actually had a family friend, and he was in the States, then moved here with his family, then went back. And he was saying that he thought back in the States that, like, you know, someone being like, I don't know, 10 feet behind him was already tailgating. And then after being in Italy, he realized that that is like normal driving.
Yep. It's crazy how they get so close up to you. I think one example that we had was, I don't know if it's an American or if it was an Italian, but it was
I think it was an Italian, because I don't think an American would know such a trick.
Yes, basically a BMW tried to pass 3 cars at once at a 90-kilometer road. Or is it 90 or 70-kilometer road? But it's very slow. It's not like the Autostrada, which is 130 kilometers. For American speak, for freedom talk, it's 80 miles per hour, 130 kilometers. But 90 kilometers, I would have to say, it's around 55 miles per hour. But basically, he tried to take over 3 at once, but he almost couldn't take it and was about to go head on. But thanks to God that there was no crash or collision, because the person who saw it coming reacted properly to give space for the BMW to take over.
I actually thought you were going to mention a different story. That's why I thought about like that maybe people who are local would know that. But basically we were standing in a toll, so we were paying for the toll, and this car was like super close behind us, which is like, we were like, why? Like, is he, I don't know, impatient or something? Because we were just, paying. And then what is this thing called?
The little barricade that goes up once you pay the toll.
Yeah, so it opened, and we were starting to like drive out of the toll booth. And that car just kept being like so close to us.
Yes.
And it was just crazy, because we were like, did not understand, like, what does he want? Like, what is going on? And then you kind of slowed down or so, but they kept like pushing. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could have touched us if we like braked. But they basically wanted to pass the toll booth right behind us without paying it. And it never happened to us. So like, I didn't even know that that's possible.
Yeah.
But that was like crazy. So that was probably the worst like of the tailgating.
Yes.
But it's not only tailgating, it's just the fact that, blinkers are kind of like don't even look at them over here.
They're apparently optional here.
They are, especially on the roundabouts, because the way I learned to drive, my dad was always like, okay, turn your blinker here, turn your blinker there. Even like in the small neighborhoods, but over here, especially on the roundabouts, nobody uses blinkers. And if we see someone use them, we're like, definitely not an Italian.
Yes, yeah.
Because it's just, for them, it's like, you just see away and you go.
Yeah, if they use their blinkers and they're driving an Italian car with Italian license plates, they're probably an American who bought like an Italian car here, or just a tourist who rented out an Italian car.
Yeah. Which was, again, comparing like when you can see the license plate. One funny moment was when we saw German bikers, and they were driving like perfectly on the speed limit, and we already kind of got used to going over the speed limits on those like random field roads, which just have the speed limit because technically they're still within the vicinity of the like the suburbs and such. But we were like, they're driving very like properly, like very exact. And we were like, we looked at the license plate, we were like, oh, they're German. Yeah, definitely. Because Italians, like if the road is empty and it's in the middle of a field, like they're not gonna follow
the speed racers.
Yeah, the speed limit.
Yeah.